Hello. Was a couple seconds late to cutting off the timer. Went to the positive numbers even. Where are we at? We just did a dungeon on Ulm. And we got a couple characters promoted. Hello, Mercy. Marcin? One of those two, probably. So we got, Tobin promoted in the Sage. Now, another healer. We got Foresight promoted to Baron, and that's a big upgrade. His stats are pretty high. Attack and defense have both exceeded 20, that's pretty exceptional. He doubles slow enemies, that's pretty good. Easy one rounds and stuff like archers. Also, I believe Barons have a built-in resistance to arrows, which is a kind of useless feature because bows typically don't have enough might to actually deal damage to Foresight regardless, so I think he's reducing 1 damage to 1 damage because he's a Baron. We also got Claire promoted, that's the biggest one because Claire is enormous. A monster. Just one huge unit. Really massive. I kinda want to give her a Killer Lance because she has speed to spare when it comes to doubling enemies. And the Killer Lance weighs 3. That is pretty heavy. But she can afford to do so. Because she has all this speed. And it's got pretty good accuracy. Pretty good damage. Got the crit. What kind of buffs did she get in this? Is it the fact that Falconites have a better formula for dealing damage to monsters? As opposed to a flat plus 10? We need a new lance for Foresight. We can use the Silver Lance, but we want a budget weapon to use. He has really high attacks. Let's have him have a light weapon to use against faster enemies. Like an Iron Lance that weighs 0. But still gives him some damage. Since he only has 12 speed. Otherwise, I think we're fine with our weapon setup. Lucas could use a Killer Lance. Claire has better bases than in Vanilla, I didn't know that. So Lucas can use heavy weapons, like a Killer Lance, because he's already committing to having no speed. So it's okay to use heavy weapons because he has just truly no speed. And that's okay. We don't mind using the Silver Shield. Killer Lance will be a good weapon. Otherwise, yeah, I think that we have a good setup for various units. We have... How many Holy Rings do we have? Do we have any more? We got another one. We have a spare Steel Shield. Would I want to use the Steel Shield on anyone? It does weigh you down by 2 points. I don't really want to lose speed on Matilda right now. She needs weight to use weapons, because her speed stat still needs to grow a little bit. Those are pretty enormous buffs to Claire, yeah. I was wondering why she was such a good unit. She's been truly spectacular in this game. Her growths are good, her bases are good, and Pegasus and Falconite, fantastic class to be in. I wonder why she was buffed so much. Well, I've been using her, so I certainly can't complain. But she seems a lot better than any of the, Grand Village villagers. This guy looks evil. Oh, this guy is evil. He's an arsonist. He's burning stuff. Holy bow. Am I getting a weapon I can give to Cliff? I don't really like the concept of an efficient playthrough for Echoes is something I would personally never want to do, because I like to be able to backtrack to go to a the forge or like a melee statue or something. Trying to make Echoes efficient just feels counterintuitive based on the game's like kind of own clunky pace. Alright, well, let's look around the map. Got a couple armors. We do have a hammer, heavy spear. We have weapons for that. Who's holding heavy spears right now? No one's really holding heavy spears, but we have a hammer on Lucas. We also have mages. Only a couple armors. We don't need a lot of armor-slaying weapons or anything. We have... what's this class? Oh, a bow knight. Okay. Yeah, I used the killer bow in Echoes as well. It's like really awkward not to do it. It's just so good. It solves a lot of the clunky map design, just use it. Okay, so Gazelle's not very fast. He's easy to double. We can kill him pretty easily. Using horse slaying weapons, we can double him with them. Magic will do well. This guy's gonna be easy to kill. Surrounded by some archers. We do want to go to the villages, certainly. So, we push to the right. And we try and get the villages. We'll have fair amount of horses on this map. We might... horse slayer weapons will be good. We have a rider's bane on Matilda. A Forsyth on Forsyth. We have a rider's bane in player. We have options. Lucas is holding the hammer, so I'll let him be on the front line. Otherwise, yeah, let's get to it. Let's deploy. We also can fight from this forest of Excalibur. Doesn't actually kill, but it gets pretty close. That's a big hit. Also doesn't kill. We're just shy. Do you get any damage from supports? Can I squeeze out? If Faye is nearby, we can squeeze out 1 point of damage. That's good to know. Let's use our other units first, see if there's anything Faye would want to do this turn. Like, maybe we could have Silk teleport someone, and then maybe Faye could heal. Is there anyone that would even want to teleport? Well, this looks like an easy one round. I'll take this. That's available. Nice! Attack and speed level up on Matilda. That's really convenient. We need to be wary of these snipers near the boss, because they can and will probably move down to snipe at Claire if I don't move her very carefully. And they're steel bows, so they're gonna get a pretty high effective damage multiplier. She can't really afford to just sponge those hits. She'll get her ass beat. Yeah. You get the one Rider's Bane in Alm Route, and it's like really, really important to give it to a unit that can what good canons do you have for Lance characters to use that Rider's Bane early Almac free? I would give it to like Claire or Clive or someone. I think I did Clive one playthrough, but like you have to use that Rider's Bane, or like those Cavaliers are so hard to take down. We need someone who can finish off this Armor Knight. I guess it's not Cliff. Just throw 11 sword at it. Gonna move Faye nearby for the support bonus to get 1 point of damage so I can kill Excalibur here. I crit the entire time, all that calculating for the support bonus, and there is truly no need. I'm in range of the Wyvern, so how threatening is he? Just an Iron Axe? I've left Faye out of range, so I'm thinking that this is actually pretty non-threatening. I'm not worried about it. Let's get a chip in on this, maybe get a chip in? Oh, that's something. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the game balance of Echoes, because it's really hard to succeed without, or really just clunky, succeed without using the good stuff. I don't know enough about the supposed meta of the demake to know if a variety of strategies is better in this, but I've felt like it's pretty comfortable to just do whatever. I've been playing on hard mode as well. I kind of wasn't expecting the boss to move. I suppose that's something I could have checked, but just by vibes, I just kind of assumed he wouldn't. Either way, I dodged. Even if I got hit, I don't think taking a 15 on Gray would have been that bad here. Yeah, because Gray would... With that hit and the 15 from the boss, Gray would still have 10 HP remaining. There's maybe one more sniper that can come in. And even if Gray took all 3 hits, he would have had 2 HP remaining. Oh, you just finished Celica Act 3? Nice. I thought that I had a fun time with Celica's route. I really enjoyed it. Claire can definitely move forward far enough to take out the mage, but we're putting ourselves into an Iron. Iron Bow's not that bad. Iron Bow's not that threatening. And if I'm worried about other more damage from these guys, I could always... I mean, Claire is like an effective 14 defense right now. So I might be able to play her pretty aggressively. There's a Rider's... Let's be really careful, because there's a Rider's Bane. Any other... Let's scan for effective weapons. Heavy Spear. Armor Slayer. What's this? A Silver Sword. Okay, a couple effective weapons to worry about, but overall I'd say they're not too threatening. We're probably gonna have Lucas fight the Mercenary because there's not that much else he can do effectively this turn. And we got that one shot, and a level up. Speed on Lucas, huh? Curious. The rest of the enemies are pretty far away. It's hard to get to them without a warp or using Claire. We could use some magic. We could probably use Cliff into the Wyvern. I'm kind of wary about putting multiple people into bow range. But if I'm on, say, this tile, only the boss can snipe at me, and not also another archer at the same time, so it's not really that bad. What's the clear condition? If it's kill boss, this map really goads you into trying to kill it early. Speed on Cliff. It's Sea's Gate. Then we should be killing the boss early. That's something I really should have considered much stronger. Because he's pretty easy to kill. Like, that's not quite it, but it doesn't take a lot. Especially, you could even 2-range from this tile. I think the hard part would be exposing Claire to both snipers would be bad, because I could always reuse the Rider's Bane. Actually, the steel bows don't do that much damage. If I healed her with Physic afterwards if she took the hit, that wouldn't be that bad, and then Gray could finish off. This might actually be fine. I guess exposing Gray to the, Yeah, there's Luna, that's the problem. We'd expose Claire to magic as well. Maybe we hold the boss for the moment. I could use Rescue instead of Physic. That's an option. That would give us the ability to put some big chip on the boss. Excalibur is another choice for a finisher. And I could always, like, grab Tobin. We could definitely spend this turn just taking out the boss and rescuing back the people we used to go up there. That seems surprisingly viable. Hey, can Ulm actually do something for once? Oh my god, Ulm can contribute for, like, the first time. Because I kind of like the idea of just... I don't like being harassed by this boss the whole time. I can just rescue staff to get Claire back. And then someone else like Tobin can do the finishing blow and then be taken to safety by Forsyth. Good accuracy, guaranteed. The boss is down. Whirlring is +4 res, right? Is that niche use? We could give that instead of a holy ring to characters. Yeah. Why doesn't Tobin just keep this? That'll give him some regen. That seems nice. Now, let's rescue staff on Claire. She's exposed right now. Yeah, Celica's promotion was really underwhelming in terms of stat gains for me as well. But I'm just happy that she has the Zofia. Now, Tobin's pretty exposed because there's 2 snipers and the Luna, but we can just fix that. So the boss is dead. This is Alms Chapter 21. It's called The Siege, I think. Okay, now let's just move Matilda and... Is this the Rider's Bane guy? Okay, well let's be wary. I don't want to get killed by a Rider's Bane. I might have to warp Forsyth just to get him, like, close to the enemy again, because now he's, like, really far away. But it's quite tempting to just move him to the top of the map here to start taking out these snipers. And this Arcanist hits a 15 no matter who it is, so Forsyth isn't particularly weak to it. Yeah, Sagate is crazy. It's like a nuke. I love Sagate. It's a great spell. We also have Claire help with these archers. Not really a guaranteed kill, but if we miss one, we might crit the other. I don't mind taking this. It's not very threatening if on our end. Okay, that's a kill. Well, I'm a little tempted to... I don't want to play Forsyth here. I might let Claire clean up top. Because that 81 hit rate is pretty bad into Claire's Void. Yeah, they might just miss. They don't have great hit rates. Yeah, Noma's really good. I really think Noma's spell list is really strong. I'm tempted to actually warp Forsyth to help deal with this huge... Oh, there's a... Alright, that's not a heavy spear. Oh, one of them had a heavy spear. You do. But, like, all of these horses, if we warp Forsyth, like, around here, we could take care of this archer, and then enemy phase all of those horses at the same time. But how far can we warp him? Not far enough. Not nearly far enough. Most he'll be able to get to is there. Do I want to do a rescue and warp maneuver just to play Forsyth really aggressively? Maybe that's not worth it. That mage is extremely difficult to hit on terrain like that. That's irritating. Tobin can always heal Gray. I can use my turns and my healers just to, like, move other characters around. I don't need to use them just for healing. I could... Rescuing is going to prioritize putting Forsyth north of me, right? If I want to rescue him in Silk range... that village started burned down when I began the chapter. It's in the cutscene. The boss burns down the village and starts there, so... I actually didn't miss anything, it's just like that. So I'm gonna do this big play to move Forsyth really far across the map. Now I can fight a lot of horses at once. Get a Rider's Bane style weapon out, take out this annoying sniper. Yeah, it's scripted. I have put both of my... I need to heal Silk. Otherwise she dies to that arrow. Any other enemies reach her? No. Gray doesn't die to that arrow either, right? He has 9 defense, he only takes 8 damage. Okay, Gray survives. Silk survives. My units are okay. And then Forsyth can just kill a bunch of crap. Still wary of this Rider's Bane. I think everything's fine for the most part, though. Oh wait, Matilda has the Duma's Charm. So I don't have to worry about Rider's Banes. She can fight, but she's not very sturdy. If it would expose her to multiple other enemies, it's not a good idea. It would be the Thunder, the 7, and that's 13. It's a little risky. I won't take it. Okay, big damage output coming from Forsyth. We have witch reinforcements. Those are inconvenient. Clive has died on this route. We had multiple deaths in May's route, but we revived a couple of them, like Jenny and May revived. Teleporting witch reinforcements. That is extraordinarily bad news. It's pretty inconvenient. At least we've cleaned up a lot of these enemies of Forsyth. What can we do about teleporting witch reinforcements? Claire does well into them. But we don't have very many other people accessible right now. Would be nice if we could get rid of this this sniper. I'm really worried about like a teleporting the Nosferatu one is low speed, but that's still really threatening to Lucas. I chose Sonya. I might need to warp someone to help take care of these witches, because I really don't want them to teleport into Lucas. That would be pretty terrible for me. Who could I warp up that could help? Who could take care of a witch? They have really high res, so it has to be an accurate physical attacker. Who's a good candidate for an accurate physical attacker? Maybe Gray? Does Gray, if the Iron Sword, kill a witch? 16 attack? It's 2 12s. Yeah. Gray, if an Iron Sword, could do the job. We could get him onto that forest. We'd have to heal him with Fae and then warp him with Silk, but that's a candidate. We could kill another one with Claire, but then I start becoming worried about the bow. Well, if it's just the one bow archer, he only does 11 damage to Claire, so Claire could take this, get the kill. Still has HP to work with. Maybe we can have Gray go to this forest and have good evasion and hit the witch. We would need to heal him. Oh, but if they hit Nosferatu, then he doesn't get the kill. That's something I didn't consider. That's bad news. Maybe he doesn't have enough power. Definitely not sure what my solutions here are. Tobin could always be one to help heal, but I kind of want Tobin to help deal with this Rider's Bane because he's not a forest and he has good evasion. Can't outrange this witch. How much damage do they threaten on Lucas? 2 12s? They don't necessarily kill my armor knights. I just don't like teleporting witches because they're unpredictable. That's why I want to teleport someone to go kill them, but I don't know if I have a reliable kill. It would be nice if Gray had a silver sword as some stronger weapon to guarantee a kill, but his sword rank is pretty terrible. Maybe the Levin Sword hasn't been giving any sword strength. Maybe the Levin Sword's like anima magic. So he doesn't have a high damage weapon. Alm can't... Alm is a strong weapon, but he doesn't have enough speed to double the Witch. The Witch is too fast. Matilda could take care of the Witch, probably. Yeah, she could double with the Steel Lance and threaten a lot of damage. But once again, if they hit Nosferatu... Oh, they just healed. No, she has high res. She can probably kill through Nosferatu, even if they healed 4. She can probably just do enough damage to kill. She does 2 14s. That's 28 damage, even if they heal 4. Yeah. Matilda could kill. The only issue with Matilda is she safe there? Probably. We'll heal her first. Then we could, can we warp her from here? Yeah, okay. Let's rely on Matilda. Okay, teleporting witches are down. I am still concerned about this free sniper, but we're taking care of problems one at a time as we see them. The heavy spear doesn't take down Forsyth in one hit. We could also get evasion on the forest. I'm actually not scared of that heavy spear very much. My defense is too high. I'm not actually threatened. So I can take out an enemy this turn and bait out the paladin, despite his effective weapon. I simply do not fear him. Tobin gets the kill on this. Bad level up. For my... I have Faye in range of the archer, but nothing else is in range of Faye to hurt her. So we can take one arrow from the archer if it comes down to it, that's okay. Do we have any, useful stuff I could take out of the convoy to heal, like an elixir? There's one. This heals Gray. Oh, how hard does Lucas get hit by thunder? He gets annihilated by thunder. Let's have Lucas skirt over the top then. Okay, they would try to go for Claire. Ironically, I think the Heavy Spear Paladin now can't hit Forsyth, unless they can stand on the fort. But they might get impeded by terrain too much to even try to attack him this turn. That Mage of the Thunder Tome is surprisingly strong. They threatened 12 damage on Matilda. Thunder doesn't even have that much might. How strong are you? 18 attack? Jesus Christ! Why is this mage so powerful? Wait, this is ridiculous, isn't it? These mages are both level 13, level 14. This guy is 13 attack, 9 speed. That seems reasonable. This mage is 18 attack and 13 speed. Why is this... Damn, what the hell? Woman be strong? Question mark? D. Oh, that must be her name. Hi, D. I didn't realize how threatening that mage was. This guy's terrain makes him hard to deal with. Alm actually gets to double? How slow are you? I guess you're really slow with Thunder, then this is actually a potential Alm moment. Well, we got some damage in. We don't want to try with Lucas because it's too threatening if we fail, but we're in range that we could always finish off with Excalibur or something with reasonable reliability. I am worried about this Heavy Spear. Okay, speed, defense on Gray, we got some stats going. How much does this heavy spear hit me for? What's triple that 6? 18 plus 5, 23. Add 14. 37. Into my 21. Yeah, it hits for me for 16. Is Forsyth still okay? We could always heal Forsyth at range. I'm worried about Alm now. I have to rescue back Alm, if anything. Well, Lucas isn't doing anything this turn. Just hold Alm for me. Now Alm is in danger. Is Gray in danger? Maybe Gray's in a bit of danger. If we take out some of these guys, I think we're just fine. Like this Armor Slayer. Goodbye. I can always heal Forsyth from range, make sure he's healthy to take on that heavy spear. And these two guys together do a bit of damage to Gray, but not cripplingly so. Could also potentially heal Claire. Yeah, let's fly down Claire so we can get a heal off on her. That sounds good. Do I care about leaving her in range of the archer? What kind of bow do you use? An iron bow? That's pretty weak. We don't care about an iron bow. But I don't necessarily want to leave other people in range. Yeah, let's get a heal off. Get a heal off on Forsyth as well. Can we start fighting with Matilda? I am worried if she takes all these hits. It's risky to move her forward into javelin range, and it's risky to make an attack on player phase. Might be safer to stand on a fort and bring them towards me so I can kill them with Claire and Cliff next turn. The fort will heal me. That sounds good. Oh, wait, does Cliff get cooked by that Thunder Mage? You don't get doubled, do you? No, you only have 8 speed. You have some... Are you bulky, Cliff? Well, you have 31 HP to work with. You can take a hit with Thunder. Even if it does threaten a lot of damage, you'll just take a damage number in the teens, you'll be okay. Everything's going to be okay, I think. Let's go ahead and top up Forsyth. We don't need to top off Silk because she will heal because of her ring. And Tobin has mixed defenses enough to not worry about getting hit by the thunder and the arrow, so let's just move here. Okay. We're making progress. There is a bandit, but maybe we can get someone warped in time to rescue that village. I think we can make it. Speed gain on Forsyth, fantastic. More defense, always love to get stats on him. Tobin gets shot by an arrow, that is completely fine. Matilda Thunder, not very much damage in the long term. Heal me for it. Yeah, Port Seal 5, not bad. And we gotta get to that village before the guy burns it down. We have a couple turns to get there, actually. He only moves 4 tiles a turn. We're actually well ahead of time. Because if he's on this tile and it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, he still doesn't burn it down. We are actually doing really good on time. No concerns here. Now let's start taking care of these guys. Let's, it's pretty inaccurate, but I'd like to try and put some damage in on this mage, potentially. Double miss. How about Claire? Claire outright kills if she hits. There we go. There's a mage down. Let's go ahead and see if we can take out the archer. Archer down. Progress. Throw some Levin swords into this guy. That's a kill. And Levin sword not falling off, thank you. I suppose soldiers have low res. Now we need to get someone to rescue the village, but how about we just warp Tobin? Tobin's not doing anything right now. This can advance him very far across the map. Silk's warp range is getting pretty good. we could in fact stand on the fort and enemy phase the brigand and the mage at the same time. And they don't do that much damage to me. Well, they do a bit, but Tobin has high max HP, so that's okay. We have the plus res coral ring. You don't take very much damage from magic. Let's fight them. The brigand is choosing not to attack me, but that's okay. We can body block him and fight him. Now, I don't think we have a heavy spear type weapon or anything up north to take care of this guy. But maybe Claire has raw power. No, we don't have raw power. We'll need a mage or an effective weapon to do anything up there. We'll have to bring her down. Matilda is just going to be stuck up there, I guess. She's done her job this chapter. So Tobin, how do you fare into the brigand? You kill the brigand. Not bad. It's a very slow mage because he has a steel shield, so we can kind of just move anyone. They won't get doubled. Maybe Cliff gets doubled. Not Cliff. Lucas has 1 point of speed right now, which is low. 1 point of speed is not very high. That's my controversial statement of the day. 1 point of speed is not very high. I wonder what's going to be in that village. I always rescue Matilda if I want to be able to do something with her, because right now she's not useful in her current position. I hate watching all those regen animations play out one by one. It takes a long time, actually. Using Excalibur here because it has excellent accuracy. I kind of want to get Matilda kills. I feel like she's another character who's scaling reasonably well. Maybe I can just rescue her over where I am. Try and feed her the kill with this mage. I think I only get 1 EXP per rescue. Feels like a cop-out. Well, only 2 damage with the regular lance, but we're just doing this for the accuracy and a hit. A lot of EXP. That was like 38. That was a big chunk. Okay, well, let's see what's in this village. Cash money! We can afford a lot of weapons. Silvers, effective weapons, etc. That's good. This guy doesn't move. Okay, he's stationary. I wonder what kind of weapon he uses. A silver sword, and he's fast. But Forsyth probably destroys him. As does Claire. As does, you know, any of my good units. Boom. Okay, the only possible thing we could do remaining would be to go kill that knight. How about we just go give the kill to Levin Sword Grey because we're looking to get him to be a Dread Fighter. And we'll just grab some healing EXP as filler while we're just sitting here. I kind of spammed through that. I didn't really catch what level up Faye got because we were trying to skip the healing animations, but looks like it was maybe attack, and she can promote now. So we can go into Saint. What do we get as Saint? Do we get Seraphim? Seraphim might be good. If we fight monsters, it's extremely high damage, like 28 might. Like 21 plus 5. 26? Okay. A new at some point, but it's actually like really hard to get a new. You need a super high level, so I don't think that's actually reasonable. But we can become a saint next Mila statue. I'm not going to run back to a statue immediately, because it's just like not like a super critical need this right now promotion, but... Who else is relatively close to promotion? Silk is only a level 10 herself. Cliff is far away. Ray isn't too far away. Matilda's kind of far. Get this Levin sword kill. Let's make you a dread fighter soon if we can. Okay, we're just about out of here. Maybe this will make Cliff a good unit, because Cliff hasn't had a good bow yet. Infinite use, 2 weight, free might. This is just a categorically better iron bow. The iron bow weighs 2 and has 2 might, right? So this is stronger for the same weight. It's more accurate, it has crit, it heals you, and it's effective against monsters. Good weapon. That'll help out Cliff a lot. Cliff has been kind of struggling. That's as strong as a steel bow, with the benefits of iron and the benefits of a monster weapon. We can kind of put away our other bows and just main the holy bow going forward. Man, Jeddah looks so evil. Damn, Nui Baba. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes, I am. True. Did not expect a live stream from me. I've been streaming it around this time for a week or so now. It's a regular occurrence. Kind of like, usually after I release a video, I find a stream for a week or two. And then I go to editing jail until I finish another video. I wonder if the Nui Baba chapter is still super annoying. In 3DS Echo, she has a spell that takes you down to 1 HP. And it has like 1 to 7 range, or some really annoying range increment. Is this going to be the chapter where we get Delthea? Now, I don't remember the recruitment conditions for Delthea. Do you have to finish the chapter with her alive? Do you have to like kite her around like General Douglas style and finish the chapter? We have a lot of options to move our characters around, so maybe we can do that. I'm definitely enjoying Sacred Echoes. I think it's pretty cool. Just to quick double check, I'm gonna get what Delphia's recruitment condition is in the vanilla game. I'm pretty sure you just have to keep her alive, but maybe you also have to talk clear or something? Echoes. Recruitment. Delphia. Yeah, you just have to defeat the boss and she has to survive the battle. Okay. Or anything? What's your lance rank at, Matilda? Matilda can use silver. Maybe we'll upgrade to a silver lance. Because Matilda could use the power to get kills. Her strength is getting there. 14 is... it's something, but it's not high yet. We haven't really been using this Axe Reaver. There's not very many Axe enemies. The Axe Reaver is kind of niche. It doesn't come up that often. Maybe I'd rather have a silver lance. Like, let's do like a lightweight weapon for fast enemies, and let's go pick up a silver lance. Yeah, so there is a single Gaiden chapter that takes place in the past. That's a I think it's a port of a DLC chapter, like the pre-Deliverance, when it was just kind of like Clive, Matilda, Fernand, Python, Forsyth, and you can fight with Fernand and Matilda in the same army there. Right, I can buy javelins here too. Maybe I want a javelin more than I want the Duma charm. Particularly because this game like does a smart swap system where if you get attacked at range, it will change you to your javelin for you. So carrying them is really valuable, actually. Claire's javelin is really low, so we might want to give her a new one. Let's buy a new one. Forsyth is, it's cooked. This thing's pretty much broken. It's busted up. We could give him a new effective weapon, like a Rider's Bane is always a good weapon to have. We could kind of just give everyone a Rider's Bane. I don't really see an issue with that. It's just a fantastic weapon. There's so many horses, it's so universally applicable. Unlike armor-slaying weapons, you have other ways to kill armors. You can use magic, you know? But the Rider's Bane, that's been just, it's been exceptional. Besides, we have this hammer and we have armors to fight, we have many ways to fight armor units. This random armor slayer we're not using. We have this hammer. Yeah, I think my loadout's looking pretty good now. I have javelins, I have effective weapons, and I have like good daily drivers and all of these lance units. We got silver weapons, we got this killer lance, we got good stuff. New daily driver for Cliff, the holy bow. Yeah, I think my weapon characters are... The only character that feels under-geared is the fact that Ray would love a silver sword, but he can't use it because his sword rank is terrible. Maybe a steel sword, though. We need as much power as we can get. I'll get him a steel sword. For when he does need to do a physical attack. Because that's only one weight for a reasonable 4 power, and he definitely needs every point of damage he can get, so we're using a steel sword. Yeah, we don't use Python. No, he's not at level 7. We don't use him. Hey, Jam. Anyway, I like my units' inventories and such right now. We can probably also do some inventory cleanup. We probably have a lot of excess stuff we're not using. Like some kind of beaten up steel lances. You know, we can always buy fresher javelins, stuff like that. All these bows, we're not going to use all these bows, probably, because we're going to use the holy bow on Cliff. I've, like, used up vulneraries I'm not going to probably use. I'm tempted to give that talisman to... Do I want to give it to Claire? Claire is good res, 14. We can make her even more magic resistant if we give her the talisman. Alternatives would be Tobin, nah, and maybe Matilda, but I'd want to hang out for Gold Knight to see if she gets any res on her promotion. But I kind of like giving the talisman to Claire, because we already committed the res shrine. We can make a really high res physical unit that counters mages with the javelin. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. There is one new OC on Celica's route. There's a villager, because Atlas was replaced. Atlas is now an axe fighter. Like, you know, he's canonically a woodcutter. They made a new woodcutter class, because there's weapon triangle in this game. But because the villager Atlas is gone, they give you Atlas's brother to be your actual, you know, villager Atlas from FE, the 3DS Echoes. have another shield. Does anyone want a shield right now? A steel shield? I like the silver shield on Lucas, he doesn't care about speed. I don't want to give the steel shield to Claire. She's kind of getting weighed down by the combined weight of the Killer Lance and the Iron Shield right now. So I don't want to give her a heavier shield. Yeah, I don't want people to lose. The only person that could maybe have enough speed to lose some speed would be Gray. Maybe Gray could afford to lose it. That would make him bulkier. He'd gain like 5 defense. He'd become a physical tank. But I have plenty of physical tanks. Does he want to do that? Can he afford to lose the speed? I don't need the Sambato on him because I have free Horse Slayer type units. How... So we trade 2 speed for 5 defense? He's not the only axe character because, as you can see, I have some axes on Lucas. Knights and barons can use axes. But yes, there's still because the game wasn't designed to give you axe characters, there's still kind of a under-distributed number of axe-using characters. But there are some options. There are some options. It still feels kind of like, not like the game was designed for it, but, you know, it's there. I'm gonna try out the Steel Shield on Gray. Hopefully he's fast enough to make good use of it. Okay, my units feel like they're very geared now. Let's do the Delthea chapter. Yeah, Forsyth is a Baron. He's doing really well. When did Clive die? He died to a Rider's Bane in the same chapter we got Matilda. And then Matilda almost died to the same Rider's Bane. Yeah, Weapon Triangle in this game is a little awkward because the weapons you have access to as a player, the distribution can be strange. You know, it can be hard to use axes. Axes are, like, really good because of how many enemy lances there are, but it's hard to, like, use axes because there's just not that many characters that can equip them. It also makes all of them feel kind of bad because, swords are kind of bad now. They're only good for, like, the first couple chapters of Alton Route when you're fighting a lot of bandits. After that, swords are kind of bad. Lances are so common. Is this Delthea? It's evil Delthea! I like the all-caps dialogue. Nice job missing your 90 or your 78, idiot. Alrighty, well, we'll try and recruit Delthea, because under-leveled units gain a lot of EXP in this, so she wouldn't be that hard to train. She gets some really good spells. Yeah, like, Aura's strong. It's easy to pick up chip kills with her. She's level 3. That's a high base stats for level 3. Yeah, the combat animation's really nice for the Gaiden mages. Kind of dense group of enemies. I don't really know how Delthea is going to move at us. Is she going to get, like, teleported in? Fortify. Okay. Thanatos. It's like a stronger Mire. There's a Mire. Teleporting Witch. Non-teleporting Witch. Well, this seems kind of surprisingly straightforward, all things considered. I guess we just go the only place we can go, which is straight up. We can probably fly over the water of Claire. We could probably warp over the water too if we wanted to. We could fight these guys on turn 1. We could bait them towards us. I guess this is how they're trying to make swords better. By putting axe wyverns in the enemy formation, they make player swords have more value. They die to 11 sword. So Gray could kill one. Who else do we get Ascend? It would be nice to kill this witch on turn 1. Cliff can probably kill that witch from across the river. That'd be convenient. We're really deploying everyone. Don't need a thief. I'll have Luthier. Luthier is a force deploy, okay. Yeah, the wyverns are in addition to this, I think. I'm pretty sure they weren't there. They feel new. It's hard to... This map is super annoying because this river is in the way. You have to go through this one-tile choke point of forest to get anywhere. That's really clunky. We'll have to use warp just to move our units around. I'll have magic users up here though, so it would be probably best to actually just have Claire fight them by flying in there. Oh, this guy's fast. Myrmidon or Rapier. It's effective against a lot of unit types. This will look like it's going to be a slow map. It's GBA style. It's like FE8 style weapon triangle, so plus or minus 15% hit. For the guidance style female mages, are you talking about that animation? What's my hit rate here? 77. Good job, Cliff. This guy's irritating, but doesn't really do much damage. How do these guys hurt Claire? No, Claire has really good res. Oh, there's Celine. Claire might take a 16. Nothing to do about it. She doesn't really get hurt by the other guys, and maybe we get a kill with this crit? No crit. I can dream. I can dream about the critical hits. Here, Gray, you can fight a wyvern for me. And kill it with the Levin sword. Let's draw another wyvern with Matilda. I'm gonna have weapon triangle disadvantage if I use an actual weapon, but I want to kill it back. They actually don't have very much bulk, but they have high defense. Do need to use a real weapon if I want to do any damage. Or I could just like draw it here, do no damage, just finish it off with Excalibur. That's effective. I just need to get it to move towards me. That's the really important part. This guy, the Rapier is only... He probably still doesn't hurt Forsyth that much, but there's still mages there. I'll just play this slow. They kind of make it this really difficult to play fast. This map just has all these choke points. It's very restrictive. Okay, we drew him towards us. Now we can, I like how that leveled us up, of all things. Defense, I'll take it. The Myrmidon animations are absolutely fantastic. They're stellar. I think they were created unique for this hack, right? Or are they from the repository? Oh, all my effort. Okay, Sudden Witch. That could have been very bad if that went for someone else. But ultimately it was not a big deal. Hey, can we shoot down that wyvern from here? Bonk. Come on, there we go. They were, but they were added to the repository. Okay. So then they're kosher to use. I like how Gray got the kill there without taking a hit. We don't need to heal him. More speed. So his attack isn't spectacular, but he's fast enough to use these heavier weapons and to have the steel shield, so Gray has still been reliable. We can easily kill this guy with Excalibur. I might have Tobin take a heal actually and let Luthier kill. Reasoning being is I want to use my mages for other stuff, like moving my other units around. Otherwise it will take me 10 million years to get anything done. And I would like to use Physic with Faye on Claire, almost certainly. Can we just get a lucky crit and get this guy done with? Yeah. I kind of want to move Forsyth in and start getting rid of some of these healers. They're pretty slow, so we can obliterate them. We have the raw HP to take this Luna to the dome. Not concerned. We even got the dodge. Didn't need it, we have 40 HP, but... I'm going to not complain. Why can't I occupy this forest tile? I guess it's like 3 forests in a row and all physically can't just like walk that far. Physic on Claire. This is a slow chapter. You're just kind of forced for these like narrow winding hallways. There's a 1 tile wide hallway, you have to bring everyone through if you don't fly them across the water. How irritating. Okay. So he added another wall. What's that gonna do? He's building up the water pressure. Do I have a time limit? Am I going to get flooded? There's walls here. Does that mean that the water level is going to lower on my side? Is a path going to open up here? Is this going to become walkable? Maybe this will become walkable. Because they're damming out the water. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe they're going to make this map less linear. Oh hey, Gray can get this kill. So the Steel Sword on Gray was a good pickup then. He's hitting thresholds, he's killing mages. An elixir. You can hold it. Not really using this Lance Reaver at this second. There's a lot of mages this chapter, so we don't really need a Lance Reaver. Very few targets for it. Yeah, Cliff has become stranded, but maybe I can use Rescue to unstrand him at some point. Yeah, the maps look gorgeous in this. They look quite good. We can play Claire aggressively here by flying over and killing the longbow guy. That's really convenient. Archer down. Yeah, Sacred Echoes has truly spectacular visual level design for the color palettes, the placement of the tiles. They also do very well with like decorative elements, elevation, things like that. The map design is very, very, very good from a visual standpoint. The visual standpoint of the map design is definitely better than the gameplay of a lot of the maps. Okay, let's rescue Cliff. Yeah, you can rescue in this. Both, okay, literally, the rescue staff is not what I was referring to there, but you can pick up and drop style rescue. See, there's a rescue command. So yes, you can have Claire fly people over the water. It makes flyers really good because their mobility is even better than it would be otherwise. Yeah, rescuing would be really nice in regular Echoes. Oh! That's so cool! The water level is slowly draining. So you could probably just wait for them to build you a path here. I'm playing fast enough that I'm not going to use it, but it's really cool to see these pillars like poking out of the water. This is a really cool map. I love how they're showing the water level draining like that. That's fancy. I'm pretty impressed. Alright, well let's bust down the old door. Get that a little harder for me. Yeah, map design is good. Map design is super challenging. People who are good at it blow me away. I'm okay at it. I've done a lot of it, but I'm just like functional. I'm not exceptional. It's a silver bow. People did appreciate my gameplay of my map design more than the visuals of it. I had a lot of people tell me they liked how I focused on giving maps a good pacing and flow to keep you engaged from turn to turn. Lots of mages. We could fly Claire over and just, like, roll up with a javelin and just kind of start fighting mages and guys. We have high res, 16. Some good defense, too. These guys only hit me for a little bit of damage. We can just have Claire, as long as we're out of range of this silver bow. It's okay to, have Claire fly there with the javelin. Only some of the Blessed Heart. I made a lot of the Blessed Heart maps, but a number of them were made by a friend. I made more maps than he made, but off the top of my head, how many maps did he make? Chapter 1... 8? No, 9. 9, not 8. He made 1, he made 9, he made 12, and 11, and 13. He helped redo 18. He made 19. I guess he made like half a dozen maps, and I made the rest. I'd have to actually like look at them again. I seem to have a poor memory for like imagining the actual ones off the top of my head right now, but a friend did make a lot of the best looking maps in that game for me. But I do appreciate the compliment. You probably were thinking of at least some of the maps I made when you were thinking of that, because I did make most of the maps in there. You appreciate that the portrait's largely not the default white. Yeah, that's something that my brother got me into doing, actually, when he was helping come up with character design concepts, is that skin tone variety is fun to mess around with when it comes to portrait design, because a lot of characters in the vanilla games have nearly identical skin tones across the entire cast. And there's a lot of space to explore there into making characters that have distinct visual identities or racial variations. So I definitely made characters racially distinct in many places in Blessed Heart. And you have a huge variety of skin tones. And that was fun to mess with. It does fuck around with the battle palette sometimes, because a lot of the battle animations assume your character is very, very pale, and they'll reuse skin tone colors, or put like a white pixel on the character's face as a highlight or other things that were very much not designed for darker skin tones, and required me to use different battle animations or to edit them to make the game function in many places. We're gonna definitely physic Claire. She could use some help. We used Faye already. We're just gonna pull her back then. We could get a heal off with Silk. One issue I had, for example, Brigand has a white dot on the nose that's meant to be a highlight for the face, and I had to remove that white dot on every frame of the animation, because I wanted to have Brigands that were not very pale. I wanted Brigands that looked like they had been outdoors, or maybe just a different race or something, right? So I had to edit the Brigand sprite. I am gonna get whacked by Meyer from over the, Oh, there's a strong Meyer, too. 25? Thankfully he's slow, but that's strong. I'd like to kill him with Cliff. That guy is definitely, irritant. You make your darker characters Armor Knights and Shamans, you're smart. Now that's being efficient. Yeah, that's just what you sign up for sometimes when you just have to like do a lot of work when you want to have a lot of options. I really like doing battle palettes. I think they're really fun. And I always wince a little when romhackers kind of like overlook a character's palette for their combat animation. and they just like have like a really crusty one. I've noticed that people really like using animations off of the repository, and like I see why. It's really cool to have updated or new animations, but it's always a little frustrating to me when the use of these animations is a bit clumsy and it ends up just looking worse than vanilla. That was a big problem in the Binding Blade remake, unsurprisingly, where they put in new animations without really accounting for how they would look on the characters or how to make a good palette for them. Cliff just got a blank level up, you useless piece of... I want to say bad words to Cliff, but someone said don't bully Cliff last time I did that. Lance Reaver. Well, okay. Wasn't expecting that. Let's use swords or magic or something. I'll double you. You're being extremely mildly annoying, you know that? It's really hard to hit with the double weapon triangle, the Lance Reaver. How about Excalibur? We get doubled. I'm just gonna run in here with the default axe. That does something. I don't like that, Delthia's charging us, but we can maybe warp someone into the throne room to take out Tatara and seize the map, so I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, I had dark-skinned wyverns, and that was an issue of the default palettes, I recall. Forsyth does not hold any axes, but he can use the default axe, yeah. Do I want to warp anyone in there this turn? How dangerous is it in there? There's still guys that can attack me from over the wall, but if I'm like here, in a center line across the boss, Delphia can't reach me. I could even take out the knight. We could probably warp in Tobin. Tobin can survive a Thanatos. It hits hard, but it's really hard. The problem with warping in there early is that Delphia might turn around. Although Delphia turning around would buy me turns. Oh wait, this wyvern. I want to get rid of this wyvern out of the way before we warp in there. He kind of threatens me. We want to make some more progress, or we can do that. Can you crit with Excalibur? It'd be really convenient, thank you. Okay, well you didn't. Can we throw a javelin? A Levin sword. Yes! You're reliable. Now we can move forward to bait that wyvern towards us. I believe they have 8 movement, so if we go here... Never mind, they have 7. What if we send someone there with warp? We cannot warp you far enough. Okay, well, just not baiting that wyvern this turn because we made a mistake. So one other thing I did when I was making battle palettes for Blessed Heart is that I didn't just account for player battle palettes, I also did a pass on all of the generic enemies. I didn't bother doing like a racial variance of the generic enemies based on what region you were fighting them in, but I did give them a slightly more tan skin tone that fit the overall like art style of the game I was going for. Delphia's coming at me hard and fast, but if we can get people inside that boss room, maybe we can get something done. We could send someone out of range of the wyvern, like here, and they could bait the armor knight towards them and fight. That could be Tobin. Then in the meantime, we can get this wyvern to come towards us. We could also fight like a miasma. We can do miasma and wyvern at the same time from the same tile. Let's get Tobin in there. I don't think you should need to be scared of giving your avatar 6 palette. It sounds like a lot of work. But, like, a character already has, like, at least 2 for their unpromoted and promoted. 3 if you do split promotion. More if you make a trainee. A trainee character has, like, 6 palettes. It's not really unusual. I think it's worth doing. Battle palettes don't take that long to make, either, once you have a good workflow for it. If you're intimidated, I'd recommend that you, always import in the default, like, generic enemy or player battle palette before making changes, just so it's really clear which color goes where. And then you can, to get a start, go to your character's mug in, like, an image editing software, and, you know, use your eyedropper tool and figure out the RGB values of existing stuff you already have, like their hair, and you can port that over. It might not be the final colors you actually use, because you might want to give them better contrast, or maybe there's, like, less colors available for shading and highlight. But it's a start. You can get a pretty quick workflow that way and get yourself started, and then make final adjustments from there. I guess we're good standing where we are. I will need to teleport Alman at some point to seize that throne. Okay, that guy's still alive, unfortunately. But while we're clearing out the boss room, we could get in a boss killing unit soon. Delphia is fast approaching, though, that's the issue. We can heal people who are in the boss room using Physic. How's Claire do against the boss? Because if Tobin kills the knight and someone else kills this wyvern, then that could be Cliff. Cliff could kill the wyvern from outside Delphia's range. We could have Claire start fighting the boss. We could always heal her with Physic after this. So let's just start killing with Claire. Maybe we even get a critical hit. We got a dodge, which is still pretty good. Now, we definitely want to kill stuff from outside of Delphia's range here, but we can stand here and we can shoot the wyvern. That's pretty good. And then Cliff doesn't just die to this miasma or anything. We can pull back Matilda. In fact, we can pull back Matilda, like, here, so if the miasma guy wants to attack her. Yeah. Delphia can't walk very far. She has very stubby little child legs. Let's take out the wyvern. Let's take out the armor knight. Attack on Tobin. Good. Always like to gain stats on Tobin. Not easy to gain stats on Tobin. Now we can start healing people. Let's move Lucas out of the way, because we have to move close so we can heal Claire, our boss killer, who needs the HP. And we can warp in Alm to seize, once we can kill the boss. We can warp in another boss killer next turn. We can use Excalibur and maybe help finish the boss. Maybe we could put another strong combatant in there like Forsyth. We're gonna make it. Everything is going pretty smoothly, I'd say. Only 312 pallets he would need to make. That sounds like a large number. Why? Oh geez, the walls are starting to crack. That's a really cool visual touch there, how they're making the walls crack. That's neat. I like this map a lot. They made this map really, really cool in this remake. I'm a big fan. Anyway, let's finish off this boss. We have a lot of stuff available to do it with. We could kill this shaman for some EXP while we're just like standing over here. Claire, can you finish off the boss for me? Great job. Okay, that made Delphia retreat. Since Delthea is no longer an issue, we can actually stay a couple more turns and just get experience. We actually have no rush. Besides the scary part of the walls cracking. Or we could just say, you know, I want to be done and be done. No harm in that, really. Your avatar can go into any class in the game? Is that what you're saying? So you have 6 variants of the avatar, and they can go into any class? I now understand why you said this is going to be a lot of work. That's horrifying. A lot of them would share the same portraits, at least. Like, armored ones. With your avatars, so do your avatars have, like, different skin tones and hair colors and such? Okay, that actually is more work than I thought it would be. I underestimated your workload. For what you wanted to accomplish. I feel like being done with the chapter. I feel like I'm good. I could squeeze some EXP out of this, but it just feels right. I'm done. I don't know. I think it's funny that they're praising Alm this much when, like, Alm's actions could have just backfired really hard, just work because he's the main character. Diverting the army to save one person could have been a terrible decision, it just happened to work out. Oh well. Not gonna overthink it. We have Delthea now. Let's look at her spell list. I know it has, like, Holy, Ragnarok, a lot of strong spells. Whoa, wouldn't it be crazy if Alm and Celica were both scions of the royal family? Whoa, that's insane. You pick portrait name, class, sex at the start, 6 portrait options, I see. How many classes do you have available? I guess you implied that there would be 52 possible classes the avatar could be in, then? So like 26 base classes and their promotion? Isn't that a lot of classes? Wow. I guess that's not unusual. I guess there kind of just are that many classes. You do have to account for the gendered variants of classes when making palettes, but a lot of those could be copied and pasted and reused. You separated Knight and Cav. Oh, so you have like a sword, like a sword cav, a lance cav, an axe cav. Thankfully, your palettes would one-to-one just be reusable for all 3 of those almost certainly, right? I would like if they just had a Fire Emblem game where the protagonist is just some guy again, like Ike. Ike had a really good, like, coming-of-age story and character growth. He really was just like some kid who fucking knew nothing, and when he was given command of an army, he didn't know what to do with it. He was so awkward being General Ike. He didn't like being called it, he didn't know what to do with his fucking troops, but he like... people just followed him because Ike was just genuinely just a really good person that just grew like really strong morals and didn't care about the popular perceptions of how people treated Lagoos. He wanted everyone to do it his way, you know? Like, Ike was really like a binding force that brought together a really disparate people from, you know, all over the world, like races and nations. Ike was a great protagonist for FE9. They don't have to make characters have a following just because of the nobility. It honestly feels better if a character earns their following. Making fun of Engage's story is like really easy, like low-hanging fruit, and I like Engage a lot as a video game. But Alir like wakes up and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're God. And then that means that people come to follow you just because Alir was born into being a centralized figure, or like turned into a centralizing figure by Lumera, I guess. But their actions don't earn their following, because a lot of it's just already to be assumed. And it's more narratively satisfying when the protagonist of a group of people that all come under their banner, when they come to that shared banner, not because it's like a default assumption that you should, but because it feels like it's the right thing to do, or you want to follow the person holding that banner. I don't like the themes of nobility very much. It's really overdone lately. Fates has too many lords and too many retainers. I think Engage did the same thing. Too many lords, too many retainers. I'm less of like I'm more into the idea of a character earning their stuff, meritocracy style, rather than someone just being like, oh, you're the fourth son, second removed cousin, daughter of King Shitdick the seventh. The royal blood makes you... I don't know. Not like I wrote a better story when I tried to make a romhack, but I was very new to writing and didn't know what to do, and I made the gameplay first and had to write something after, so that'll be my excuse. I like writing a lot more now, though. I would like to write a story again. I enjoy writing quite a lot. Hey, should I play Home or Celica, by the way? We can do either, right? We're going into Act 4? Who should I play? One second. Alright, weigh in. Do we want, because we've been on a while, do we want to go back to Celica and refamiliarize ourselves with that army, or do we want to like keep this momentum going and play Alm? There is a poll in the chat. And looking like Celica is leading. I wouldn't mind going back to Celica. Let's go look at Celica's army real quick while people have a second to weigh in. And refamiliarize. Oh yeah, we're using all three of the Pegasi. Pala's promoted, so that's a really good leg up for her. Katria is going to be very strong after that promotion. Her stats are scaling quite well. Bowie is our all-rounder unit. Very bulky, high defense, kind of a frontliner. Saber is our god unit, although he's kind of limited to one range as a Dread Knight. He is unbelievably unkillable with the Dread Knight res boost and the invincibility of the magic. The 40 HP, insane defense. Saber is god tier. Leon's been important, not because his stats are exceptional, but just it's really convenient to have a sniper. Just to 4-range out problem stuff. We've been using Valbar, he could be a Baron pretty soon. We're trying to train Est. Sonya is a character we're training. Yeah, we have a lot of promising stuff in Celica's army. We revived Jenny. She had spent a very long time dead, so she's super low level. Noah is also a character we're using just because his stats are bad, but his spell list is exceptional. Sagate hits really hard, Fortify heals everyone, Restore, Warp, Godly unit. We're gonna play Celica because looks like people want me to play Celica. So let's save and go play Celica. I'm glad you liked the writing I did in Blessed Heart. I do wish I had done it more thoroughly. Like, yeah, I did write 50,000 words, that's a lot of words, but the campaign dialogue was a little bit sparse, and there weren't enough support conversations. Writing a full Fire Emblem campaign is just a very big undertaking. Hello, Victor. Well, Marcin, it's just that legitimately are parts of it that are slightly underbaked. Like, a story doesn't need to be, like, overly verbose or drone on too much, but there are just a few parts of it where there's just, like, not enough going on, honestly. There are parts I filled out that I really like. I really liked doing 19X a lot. Yeah, exactly. I didn't have a character arc for the main lords at all. The bug/feature of reclassing Myrmidons to anything. There are pitchforks in this game somewhere, I think. But maybe it's in a secret shop or something. We got a members card in the desert. So maybe there'll be a secret shop. I don't know. We're probably gonna miss it, though. This map looks like it's redone. I remember the swamp at the start of Celica Part 1 being like a right-to-left map. This looks new. The visuals are pretty cool here. I like these mountains a lot. This is a neat-looking map. So what's the mobility look like in the swamp? Not too terrible. What are the enemy formations? We have a Cantor on the right. We should run this guy down as fast as we can. Let's use high mobility units and just, like, book it to the right. We'll have Noma warp someone. A strong character. Maybe, he's slow, right? Maybe Pala can smack him. We need a stronger lance on Pala. What's your weapon rank? A. Maybe we should have bought Pala a silver lance. That's my mistake. I'm not gonna deploy everyone. I want this villager I'm not using. We do want Noma, though. Yeah, I didn't come from a writing background, so I had to learn to write. I didn't have much of an art background either. I had to learn a lot of things. I started romhacking and I was like so clueless. I was just kind of figuring it out as I went. But that was very enjoyable, and sometimes the only way to make something is to start, so that's just how it is. Okay, let's get Pala over there and beat that guy up immediately. I have never done the Dreadfighter Villager chain before. Weren't Pitchforks DLC in Echoes? I didn't play DLC. I didn't do post-game or anything. What's my opinion of the romhack so far? Overall, quite positive. I think from an artistic and technical standpoint, this romhack is the most impressive one I have played. I don't quite kill, but I can get some damage. But does that expose me to the Wyvern? It does, and that hurts. Maybe this isn't as safe as I want it to be. We can get a triangle attack and we can get more pegs there. What's your movement though? 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Not close enough. But if I do a swap, I could get S there, I can then teleport in Katria. Yeah, I could just go for a triangle attack to kill him. Well, he'll probably have to use his turn to summon instead of attacking me. We'll find out. We'll, like, see what happens on enemy phase. I like spell lists, Mega Space Waffles. I love them. They add a lot of unique flair to characters that differentiates them from other units in the same classes. It's also a fantastic way to make things like Warp and Rescue exist without being less abusable. Not necessarily done well in Free Houses or anything. Warp has like 20 range on Lysithia, but the idea of having a powerful spell you can use once per chapter, but it doesn't feel like a waste because, oh, I only have free for the entire game or something. You can just use it without feeling bad about using it, and that's a really cool system. An interesting way to do stuff like Siege Magic or other like high impact or like otherwise restrictive spells. I really like the idea of spell lists. Mind you, I also like the unique combat arts that characters get in Free Houses. I like combat arts. I think they're nice. As much as I love Engage gameplay, the mages in Engage are kind of samey because every mage in Engage just uses Bolganone, right? So they all like try and fulfill the same role. Their goal is to use Bolganone. Yeah, there's a lot of different spells. You can have like, you know, like a Thoron, Corrin, Debuffer, Citron or something, but all the mage carries, their ultimate goal is to double stuff and kill it with Bolganone. And it's really, you know, it's not as like uniquely identifying and like distinctive as spell lists. You get decision paralysis in Engage? Yeah, I can see that. I had that in my first playthrough. I don't get it anymore. I have really high confidence in what I do in Engage, but yeah, I understand. Valbar can certainly engage the Dread Fighter. You just have a iron sword, so you don't really hurt Valbar much. Pala's in a bit of danger. She does die to the Steel Axe. Not sure what to do about that. S could finish off the set for me. That would help take off some of the heat, but the hit rate's really dodgy. We don't have Physic available. We have Fortify. Can we get close enough to Fortify? Then that means S could go for the kill there, and we can Fortify them both. Problem is, that exposes Noma to the Dread Fighter. This is a surprisingly very difficult situation. What can Celica do? Celica can kill the Witch, so that's a start. But she gets cooked by this Dread Fighter. This Dread Fighter is public enemy #1 right now. Sacred Echo's Noma is awesome. I kind of just can't deal with this Dread Fighter. I could maybe have S to finish off the enemy here, fortify them both, and then rescue, have Noma fortify, and then just rescue him back to Catria. Okay, well we missed both. I mean, Pala, you gotta hit. Absolutely horrifying situation. So right now Pala dies to the Wyvern, but I can heal her and then drag back Noma. And then she'll survive. That's not even out of range of the Dread Fighter! Dear lord! Okay, but Catria can survive getting meleeed by the Dread Fighter, certainly. We just need to, have her stop carrying someone, because she's losing her speed right now. We could also try and block off... No, I don't want to expose Noma. Alright, well, does Celica die to this Dread Fighter? You have a Iron Sword. We take 2 9s. That's fine. Can we kill the Witch? We could use Ragnarok. How much HP do we lose for using Ragnarok? 10. Left with 22. Then I could take 2 9s with the Dread Fighter. I could live. But there's a Wyvern! Ugh. We're in a spot. Our problems have not ended. But we can just go in there and brawl. They can't damage him very much. And this is a plain tile, not a swamp tile. Yeah, writing an avatar is difficult. I guess the issue comes with, like, who would move first, the Dreadfighter or the Wyvern? Because if the Dreadfighter moves first and chips Celica... Leaving this Thunder Mage alive, they can just teleport more. Leaving this Witch alive is awful, because they're just going to teleport again. But I don't have a way to safely kill the Witch, because I'll expose... I'm just invoking, and just hoping that these guys will be distractions. This is my only way out safely. Now, if the Dreadfighter goes for a Phantom, we're safe. And the Phantoms have 5 defense. So the Dreadfighter should go for a Phantom, and then it makes it safe to kill the Teleporting Witch. We'll rely on Invoke here to get us to safety. Yeah, reviving Jenny at the Revival Shrine to have access to Invoke is really powerful. Invoke makes you able to do really brain-dead gameplay, where you don't have to worry about exposing your units, you can just Invoke. I kind of wasn't used to using it because Jenny's been dead for most of the game. But yeah, it's broken. We just suffered like 0 damage on player units because they just went for the invoked Phantoms. That's pretty broken. Now we could probably kill that pesky Dreadfighter by setting up a triangle attack or something. Excalibur onto the Wyvern, kills. This guy is surprisingly very bulky. 12, oh wow, Dreadfighters are really hard to kill. We're gonna need some chip. The most we can do is like 18 for the triangle attack hit. Can we throw a javelin? You have a hand axe, not very good. How can we apply some chip? How much damage can magic do? Ragnarok does 8. Excuse me? Ragnarok has 20 might. I threaten 39 magical damage. You're telling me that a 39 into 11 res is 8? 8? What's going on here? Do they have 20 bonus res above the stated +5? What kind of damage resistance formula do Dreadfighters have? They're untouchable. Well, we can at least box them in. Even if it's too risky to attack on player phase, we can form a wall and take them out. Saber could also do big damage. This is a lot more than having magical damage taken. Once again, we threaten 39 magical damage into 11 res. That's 28. If you have that, it would be 14. But Ragnarok does 8 and everything else does 1. They are doing so much more than having the incoming damage. They are impossible to hurt with magic. Dreadfighters are buffed in this, I think. Something about them made them stronger. Is it in the class description? No. Although the part about slaying mages is certainly accurate. I'm still doing it, by the way. The Ragnarok. Yeah, they have the +5 res in this, but however Apotrope or whatever it's called works is much stronger in this than in than Vanilla Echoes. They have the damage before they apply their res. Oh! So I just have the calculation wrong. The calculation order. That would make a lot more sense then. That actually probably completely explains it. I've been misinterpreting this the entire time. That's my fault. Aura. That's a strong spell. Well, you're dead now. attack on Leon. I'd like to kill this guy, maybe. Sagate? Try Sagate. We missed. Okay, so according to OBS, I disconnected from the internet for about 10 seconds there. The stream may have paused, or it may have flickered. Either way, make sure that you're currently completely caught up with the stream, and it didn't pause you for like 10 seconds to put you behind or something. But we are back. Just a 10-second disconnection. That happens to me sometimes, I don't know what the cause is. Okay, well, let's keep on moving. Let's get Sonya a kill on this Myrmidon. Yeah, it was on your side. It was absolutely on my side. That was a me issue. How many chapters are in this ROM? A lot! There are a lot of chapters. Because there's both an Alm side and a Celica side. They both have like a, you know, fairly reasonable campaign. And then it kind of converges at the very, very end for a big finale. Kind of barely missing my killing thresholds here. Oh, that's a mire. Let's stay out of range. Although I like the idea of letting Pala chip and someone like Katria could get the kill. We want to get our other units to become Falco Knights as well. Yeah, I can see why you would want to spam Dread Fighters. One more level on Katria and she can become a Falco Knight, and that will gain her a lot of HP. We can leave Est in range of one Gargoyle, but it would be maybe nicer if Pala does. She has effective damage against monsters. Support conversation. This is a flashback, okay. That's cute. That was a cute conversation. I really like that, actually. I was a fan of that. Pick Dean to stack Dread Fighters. I could see that. I didn't train Kamui either. We just have the one Dread Fighter. Of course, the one Dread Fighter we have is exceptional, but just the one. Let's get moving through this swamp. My sister in Christ here in Fire Emblem. That would be my sister in Mila. Thank you very much. Annihilated. Was that a reinforcement wyvern on the top left there? Yeah, there is one. Never used Jesse. I did make Atlas a Dread Fighter once, but doing free that way felt like it was excessive. We can use, Excalibur. We can swap Sonya in to get closer, and then she can get an Excalibur kill here. She has free range from the Mage Ring. My sister in Duma because he's cooler. It's funny. We can have Bowie go and use Excalibur. He's more than sturdy enough to take on the physical damage from the incoming wyverns, and it gets him out of the swamp. The swamp seems considerably less annoying than it is in vanilla, or maybe I still am taking 5 damage. But the swamp is, like, bigger in vanilla. There is a swamp here, and it's enough to make this chapter like super unique and have this cool identity, but it's not annoying because the length of swamp you have to cross is much smaller. Okay, we have some archers. We'll try and bait them towards Saber. Velbar is, of course, not that good this map, but it'd be worse. We also have Fortify and Noma, so that's another way to deal with the tedious damage taking of swamps. Is that you can just Fortify spam through it, so it's actually not that bad. I'm having like zero issue with the swamp here because I'm just spamming Fortify. That's something good about Tatiana in Umrout Act 4. I used Fortify spam in the Duma fight to deal with the AoE damage. Oh no, my Phantom anyway. Those shamans in the back are still not moving. Am I out of their range? Okay, that's why. Let's play this aggressive. Let's get these archers out of the way so we can move our Pegasi in. That's a good exact kill if we hit, but Holy Sword's accuracy is exceptional. We can easily use... We have archers, we have Excaliburs, we have ways to take out these wyverns. There's another one up top. So I do expose Leon to one, but they double him probably. I want this kill. Killer bow? Probably the best I can do for accuracy. Tanya does get a one-shot there. That's elegant. We might be able to run up with Bowie and kill the other one. No, they're too far away. But Bowie might be good at killing the sniper because I can ignore your terrain bonus and just eat you with Excalibur alive. Nice! Got the kill. And a silver bow that we could probably just sell. There's so many of them. I'm gonna have Celica... Yeah, no, she's just kinda stuck in the swamp. That's okay. We can move up Valbar, there's just physical enemies up there. We make a wall for Noma. These guys don't do that much damage. So we can kind of run in pegs. We do have Mire to worry about. We're out of Mire range. We worry about coming into Miasma range. Miasma doesn't hurt Pala that much, it only hits for an 8. So that's actually, we can afford to be in range of 1 and throw a Javelin. Good job, Katria. I'll invoke some more distractions. I just only have one person that can use bows, right? And we have a lot of bows. We have this silver bow, 36 uses, we have this killer bow, we have this Milo's bow. It's kind of hard to use up our bows. Man, Fortify spam has been truly exceptionally powerful. A stat! All one of them. A message in the Blessed Art Discord? Who posts in that? Wait, Noma just... I was looking away, Noma died? I exposed him because I thought they'd go for the Phantom. Oh god, give me Mila's turn wheel. No, Noma's too good to lose. I can't afford that. His spells are too good. I didn't realize he gets... I didn't even check that. I just thought the Phantom would... Okay. I got complacent. Invoke made me complacent. Exploded! How fast are you? Oh god, they're really fast. These guys are incredibly fast and strong. I underestimated them because I was one-shotting them with Excalibur so effectively, but we screwed up. Damn, Noma's really good. Am I willing to go without Noma? My Fortify! No, my Fortify! Are there any more Resurrection Shrines? I used up the previous one, resurrecting May and Jenny. Oh, I should've, Wait, it has 3 uses, doesn't it? Isn't there a 3rd use? We can go back and resurrect Noma. We'll just go back and use it. We can just resurrect Noma, right? Yeah, I can still use one, so we're fine. I don't want to redo the chapter, so I'm gonna go back and resurrect Noma after this. Man, there's a lot of crap in the way. We're getting overrun by gargoyles. These wyverns are very strong. We can be out of wyvern range and kill this one with Excalibur, that's good. Garcia. Aren't you an axe fighter? This wyvern's range is that big. They probably double Leon and threaten insane damage. 24? 2 14s on Leon is nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty scary, actually. Kill with Thunder. Well, that's a couple down. Definitely want maybe this Miasma guy to be dead. That would be another headache out of the way. I don't mind putting a Saber in range of Meyer to take out gargoyles, because he doesn't really take much damage from magic in general. Bowie as well, I wouldn't mind. And maybe blow away open to the boss. And then fight enemies within boss range. Boss barely scratches me. Maybe we could end the chapter next turn. Get some gargoyle out of here. Let's move out of wyvern range and kill another gargoyle. Killer bow. Another one's gone. We're making short work of them. We still have Elbar and our pegs available. I can move forward one, but put me in Meyer range, so let's just throw the javelin. Another one down. This puts me in Meyer range. But it's okay. Katria and Katria and S can take 2 gargoyle hits each, so it's okay to just kind of generically move them around. They don't die to 2 gargoyles. Just gotta summon more distractions. Stay out of range of any existing gargoyles. That's a lot of dudes. Then we'll go resurrect Noma after this. What's the best ROM hack I've played? That's a good question. I've enjoyed a lot of ROM hacks, I don't know if I have an outright favorite yet. But I've enjoyed stuff like Fishing Quest, Four Kings, Bells of Violin, from the mind. I'm enjoying this so far. That's easy to say. Yeah, let's start taking down this this boss. I can occupy the tiles to his side, so triangle attack is an option here. Let's Excalibur this guy for EXP. Sonya level up. 9 mage, we got some more power. They just keep coming. Let's blast through a gargoyle. Now I can potentially triangle attack. Oh, but I can't get in range to I made a mistake. I was thinking I could warp Celica and end the chapter this turn, but Noma's gone, so we can't warp. Which makes me want to take care of this gargoyle and move Saber to take care of this mage. but I've exposed Sonya to the 24 might steel axe, which she survives, but she gets doubled and killed regardless, right? So this is the problem right now. Sonya and Leon are both exposed to the... This is actually pretty bad. Pala could rescue Sonya though. So we have options. Get this out of the way for me. Saber, go solve a problem for me. Now, just this guy is a problem. Try and just move Celica in range to get that gate soon. Now I can block for Sonya. This Pala also gets doubled. If she uses the Iron Lance, she does not get doubled by this guy. So we could just physically block. Now we have 12 speed to his 12. How does Leon hold up? 10 defense. We do get doubled. So we take 14 twice. Maybe 15 twice. We have weapon trial disadvantage close up, don't we? No, only it's one-sided though. So Leon's fine. Regardless, I'm still going to invoke. I can't invoke again, I'm too hurt. Just for safety then, I'll heal Leon to make sure he's okay, then grab with a peg. Drag you to safety. Alright, that's all I can do. Hey, he's attacking the boss. The boss lost HP because he cast a spell. Thank you for dealing damage in a way that didn't matter. Stop summoning crap. It went for the Phantom. Now can we kill the boss's turn? It's set for a big triangle attack. How much damage can we do? We have maybe the Steel Lance on Catria? Not a huge amount. We're gonna need help from other characters. Let's blow a hole. Get there. Silver bow. We'll have Saber attack the boss, he does great damage. So we can always do the triangle attack hit from behind. Saber might just kill, honestly. Okay, he didn't. Let's give the boss kill the Catria. I want to turn her into a Falcon Knight soon. Let's have a triangle attack where Catria gets a kill. I'll have to move Saber, but I can do that with Valbar. Alright, and we're done with the chapter. Noma died, but we'll just go to the Revival Shrine to fix it. Conrad! I take off the mask, or...? Alrighty, I guess we don't get Conrad yet. What chapter do we get him? Alright, I gotta hit the revival shrine and the dragon shrine on account of our little incident. Do we also have any money? Because we could, I feel like Pala could really use a silver lance or something. She needs a hard-hitting weapon. We're low on money, that's our issue. Well, we have some stuff we can maybe sell that we're not really using. It's hard to use high-end axes, so we'll sell high-rank axes. We don't have a character that uses them. Yeah, we're not really using axes. Sell some stuff. Valvar could use the killer axe, actually, but that's actually, like, a weapon we can use. It's C rank. But the silver axe? No, we can't use that. We have, like, extra bows as well. We have, like, too much stuff that we can't use all of it. We're not going to use this devil sword, because I don't want to have that backfire on me. Here's some money. We can afford to buy a silver lance for Pala, certainly. We're not using all of these swords either. We have like a spare iron sword on Kamui if we need one. This is a super heavy sword that might be usable on Saber. He already has a high damage sword in the silver sword. Saber's been kind of set on swords. Celica's good on swords because she has the Zofia. We definitely don't need all of these swords. So we could get even more money if we need it. Do we have javelins and all free pegs? We do. We have some steel lances. Yeah, I mostly just gotta buy the silver lance. Oh, we have the spare silver bow that we can't use because we... too many bows. Okay, we have some money now. Let's buy Pala a lance. Give you a hard-hitting weapon for once. Yeah, that'll help out. Now let's head to the Dragon Shrine and revive Noma. I want him and his ass is dead. We just need to get to this revival shrine. Monster chapters are boring. We're gonna try and speedrun this one, I think. I'll use emulator speed up because there's just like nothing really interesting here from the gameplay perspective. So I'm just gonna kind of discuss these combats because monsters are pretty weak. And this just isn't exciting, honestly. Maybe I could get Katria a level though. Getting Katria a level up would be pretty cool. Yeah, I want to just like get Noma revived and get on with my life. So to me that means speeding through this a little bit. It's not fun to watch or play sped up gameplay, but we're here for very utilitarian purposes. Because we're forced to go through combat in order to use shrines and fountains and such. This was a good support. I like how they're both being like very respectful of each other's orientations and they know that like it just doesn't function, but they're okay just existing that way. Like they're meant not to be. But they're fine with that because they want to, you know, be friends without like, you know, holding in feelings like that. That was a nice support conversation. Alright, let's keep blasting through. That must be a fast gargoyle. We can't double with Saber. Let's try Excalibur. Let's try Sagate. Well, if we hit... good damage. Speed and defense on Bowie is absolutely fantastic to pick up. He always needs the speed. That defense. He has 20 defense with his hide shield. I mean, just 17 raw defense before a shield. Bowie has nearly hit bear territory, and he's a mage. Bowie is doing exceptional. Very proud of our boy Bowie. This will put me in range of the... See, with the Silver Lance, this is why it was so important to pick up a strong weapon for Pala. We need something of higher base might to multiply. For Falco Knight effectiveness calculations. Silver Lances are so good on Falco Knights, because they have effective damage against monsters. We can't use Silver Lances on Pala or... Oh, Katria can use one. We should buy one for Katria, too. Yeah, let's do that after this chapter. Let's make her a Falco Knight and celebrate by buying her a Silver Lance. That'll be a great upgrade to pick up. Yeah, no, Bowie is so unbelievably sturdy. He's god tier. He is exceptionally good. That puts us in range of the gargoyle, which I didn't check. I'm just assuming it's okay. But these guys... Oh, one of those can hit me. Have I made a mistake? You have no weapon, but do you double Katria? Yeah, actually. I'll pull Katria back. I don't know the calculations right now on how much damage she's threatened by, but it's more than I am comfortable with at the moment. But this is safe now. We can even move her one tile up, like, we can do a take drop. We're all good. Man, Silver Lances chew through monsters like nothing else. One-shot that guy, 30 damage. Falcon Knights really got buffed in this, they're crazy. Well, that's why we're using all three. I was kind of thinking of giving the boss kill to, Katria. I didn't realize Saber would just one-shot the boss. I forgot that Saber is stronger than God. Well, how close is Katria to her level? This guy doesn't move. We have some stationary enemies we can feed to Katria real quick. Let's just do it. I want Katria to be level 12, hit Falco Knight. That'd be really nice. Get the triangle attack. Alright, maybe one more kill. We're just about there. Knowing that we don't need to ever kill everything to get that level, let's just send Saber to take care of these guys and hit that revival try and get Noma back. I have enough money to afford another Silver Lance given the stuff I sold. I guess I'd send Celica to the top right. I could pick up the stuff. I didn't come here for money, I just came here to get Noma back, but I suppose if there are chests I can open them. Let's see if this levels up Katria. Boink. We are ready for Falco Knight. Let's fly back to the Mila Shrine. Ooh, attack and defense! Spectacular level up for Katria there. And then while Celica is opening chests, and Saber is reviving, Katria is promoting, we'll have Bowie finish the chapter. Just kind of speeding through a little bit. Give me Noma back. Thank you. I can get Clive? That's so funny. No, so wait, can you transfer anyone you want to Celica's army by killing them? Sorry, Clive, you're staying dead, but, you know. That's a funny little detail. The support conversation? A lot of these are rolling in. This is A rank. Promotion! Oh boy! Give me Falconite. Thank you, Stone Lady. I'm really excited to gain like 8 max HP here. Catria's been a little bit low on bulk. This is gonna be a huge upgrade. And defenses. I guess the defense level up we got at level 12 didn't really matter, but the attack did. We didn't gain any offenses. So now that Catria and Pala are both Falconites, Catria is going to be the more reliable offensive one because she has more speed. Pala has a little less speed, a little more attack. They're surprisingly not that different despite the extreme growths. They're almost identical, which is kind of funny. Let's open these 2 chests. Silver Sword. I mean, Celica can hold it, if she can ever use it. She's not very good at using swords. Saber uses silver swords, but that's it. He's my sword guy. My army is kind of just mages and pegs, so don't really have a use for it. Maybe if I burn through my old silver sword. Let's open the box. You can get stat boosters from repeatable, grindable chapters? I didn't even come here to grind, I just wanted to not redo the chapter where Noma died. I just came to get Noma back. You're telling me I got a stat booster for coming back here? 2 magic or strength? That's crazy. I mean, it's really hard not to use it now that I have it. Bowie's really behind on magic for some reason, despite the 50% growth. He kind of just like never gains it. He's faster than he is strong, which is funny. Catria could use it, but she doesn't need it to kill monsters. But Bowie has kind of like a damage deficiency right now. Well, I didn't mean the grind, but we got a stat booster. So, Bowie or Catria for that? Who wants it more? Anyone have any strong preferences? Let's go pick up... We'll keep the Iron Lance if we ever need like a super accurate weapon. Actually, don't Silver Lance have good accuracy too? 90. Not gonna bother keeping around the Iron Lance. We'll just use Silver. We'll keep the Iron Lance in case we need a low weight weapon for some reason, I guess. We all know it's gonna be Bowie. My Bowie, favoritism does go pretty strong. And he is behind on his magic stat. He's been unlucky with his level ups. I do like Bowie favoritism. Takes vanishing little convincing to make me favor Bowie. So we gave him the Soma. Okay, and we have, Noma back. With his old gear. Is there a volcano in the background? Because the visuals we have here are like mossy rocks in a forest, but I hear lava. I guess the swamp just makes horrifying magma noises then. We have Draco zombies. My units seem to be scattered all over the place. It's just scattered... What is this map? Oh, there's a Cantor. Falcon Knights up north then? Okay, this map is gonna be really hard to maneuver in. Let's see, Excaliburs are good for taking out Seraphims, and Excaliburs can take out Terrors. So... Let's not... For first sake, let's not deploy everyone, they'll get in the way. We'll have to carefully protect vulnerable units like Jenny. The many Draco zombies. Sonya can't hit this one turn 1. This guy's annoying. We need someone like Leon that spot. Because Leon can move far enough to actually go hit it. Or Bowie. Bowie is like the boots. So Bowie can walk there and hit it with 2 Excaliburs and kill it. They'll protect Jenny, then Bowie can kill that one. Tella can kill the one near her. Noma's threatened down south. Well, maybe Sonya kill that one. We have Falcon Knights and Leon that kill the ones up here. This looks workable. I suddenly feel like Valbar is falling off as a unit. Valbar is like... The mobility requirements in these chapters is like Pegasus are gods, and Valbar has become bad again. At least Valbar is legitimately quite good in Part 3. Okay, so that Soma we gave Bowie gave him that exact non-crit threshold with Excalibur, although Sagate maybe could have one-shot. How about Seraphim on this one? Leon is not exposed to the northern one. How did the Falcon Knights hold up with Silver Lances? Really well. So far, this has maybe been the easiest chapter I've done, just because my units have been really, really good at killing these Draco Knights. Or Draco Zombies, I mean. It always, like, warps Celica to get closer, to hit something with Seraphim. All of Est stay near the sisters for promotional, or support bonuses, not promotional. Maybe I should draw that guy further south. I don't know if Bowie can get in range to save Jenny. Is Jenny gonna be okay? Maybe Saber can hold Jenny. Sagate, Sagate, Sagate. Save me, Sagate! Ah, good spell! Yeah, this map seems to be like a army composition check. Right? But my army is uniquely very, very, very good at this chapter. If you're using, like, kind of just, like, regular units, it's effective. Like, even Dreadfighters are only so good here. But my army is exceptional here. Why do you live? Oh, Prayer Ring. I guess that means Est come in and kill, so... Oh god. We need to hit. Maybe if the Iron Lance and support bonuses, we can guarantee that hit. We can't guarantee the hit. Maybe we can make the hit likely. I kind of want this SD XP. I'm thinking of just save stating that 94%, because after True Hit, the chances that hits are genuinely, like, over 99%. And I don't want to live in the world where S dies to this, or maybe it would be funny if she died per content. Good EXP. Attack, speed, and luck. The Prayer Ring. What's happening? Huh. Okay. I guess that dragon was holding an entire island in his wings, and after we shot him down, he, like, crash-landed over here, and it just made dry land? Question mark? Yeah, my units are kind of, like, just making these stat checks. I can see this chapter being really, really, really rough, actually, but my army was just super well-equipped to deal with it. The Cantor hasn't even got around summoning anything yet. This really is just an army check, huh? Yeah, because this chapter ends up being very, very, very easy for me. That's a lot of gargoyles, but we have a lot of units who can kill gargoyles. Let's just start shooting. Shooting and tooting. Alm's army would have more difficulty here, but Draco zombies don't do that much physical damage. Someone like Forsyth could just brawl with them. I also have Claire in Alm's army, and my Claire is extremely good. So I have more options than you think, honestly. I guess silver weapons are my new generic daily driver now. Meyer, let's be wary of Meyer. How much do gargoyles do the Pala? Very low damage. We can just fly in the back and fight one. S rank. Does that do anything? Having an S rank there? Guess I can heal Celica. These gargoyles are really weak, only 14 damage. I'm not really worried about them. They don't even do that much damage to S. They do some. But I leave S in range. As long as I don't leave her in range of Meyer, we're okay to kind of just hang out. S needs a lance rank really badly. Her big issue, compared to her sisters right now, is a lack of weapon rank. The inability to use a silver lance is really going to hold her back as a Falcon Knight. There are S-rank weapons in this? Really? You can get S-rank weapons? Huh. The OP Dreadfighter wasn't too bad for me, Barak. I used Saber to weaken him down. I threw Ragnarok at him for 8 damage, and I did a triangle attack to finish him. We did accidentally leave Noma in range of one of the Infinite Wyverns, thinking that the Wyvern would go for one of my the Invoked Phantoms. So we had to go to the Res Shrine to resurrect Noma. That was awkward. But we got through that chapter by spamming Fortify, and it wasn't too bad. S crit, both of them? She has a 9% critical rate. Girl. She's going crazy. S has gone feral. Alrighty, let's defeat this one last enemy to defeat. We kind of want Leon to become a Bow Knight. He's pretty close. But it's me XP. Only 16. We've resurrected May, Jenny, and Noma in total, and used all of our Resurrection Shrine uses. May we resurrected just kind of for kicks. Jenny we actually wanted to use, Noma we wanted to use. Yeah, Jen's a super long time dead too, we just kind of made do. Well, that was a fast chapter. Usually it takes us longer than that to do a chapter. That was pretty short. Are we looking at upcoming promotions? Leon needs level 10 and he can become a Bow Knight. That will give him, what, 8 move? That'll be pretty good. Valbar, if he can hit level 10, will become a Baron and gain like 4 more attack. But Valbar is very bad in the Swamp chapters. His mobility was too bad and there were too many mages. We haven't been able to use Valbar in part 4, even though he was pretty good in part 3. I've heard that from multiple people, Luna, but I really like Celica's portrait. Maybe it's just a matter of personal taste. It's kind of hard to train Est. I feel like we'll see if Est has time to become strong or not. We're getting there. She's level 9. We get her. I think she started level 3, so we've made good progress. 3 more levels required to become a Falco Knight and give her a huge increase to her defense and HP. The minimum stats for Falco Knight are 34 HP and 10 defense. That would make a big difference. Sonya has to hit 14 to promote, which is disgusting. That's very difficult, but we're getting somewhere. Yeah, Est should be pretty strong in Falcon Knight. We can get her there. Yeah, Slayer with Silver Lance has been super strong. Unfortunately, Est can't use a Silver Lance. Her weapon rank is really low, but we're working on it. Is this the necro-dragon summoning Cantor? Dolph. He is a Thanatos, that's a strong mire. Yeah, it's really hard to get someone to level 14. The EXP formula is super cruel to people who are higher level. Someone who can invoke Dread Fighters. You're scaring me, please stop saying those words. Fortify! Man. There's a Dread Fighter, a Lance Reaver. That guy is a pain in the ass. Lance Reaver, that's rough. We'll have to take him on with, like, Saber. Don't think anyone else can fight that guy. Brave Sword. That's the critical sword. Maybe we'll warp Saber aggressively at the enemies. Because there's also these tough wyverns. But Saber can fight anything. I think we just play Saber aggressive in the front. And we warp him, and we go fight. Because otherwise, the rest of this looks really annoying. I can have a Pegasus take out this guy. We can maybe get that kill to Est. And send other units down the west side. We're not going to use Valbar for another chapter again, are we? Valbar's been really, really bad in part 4. There's never anything for him to do. I also dislike that it's called the Brave Sword. Okay. Saber, go hold down the neutral. This map's easy for me in Echoes because I use the killer bow on Leon. So I don't need a ballista. He is a ballista. Alright, go fight everything for me, Saber, thank you. S, how do you do against this? Can we set up a kill? Can Katria do low enough damage? Yeah, use the Iron Lance. Yeah, Saber is unkillable. Saber is so broken. Well, there's some more EXP on Est. Oh, this guy's gonna use the ballista on me. Cheeky little shit. But otherwise, it's the only threat down south, so I can move aggressively south. Use the ballista on Bowie, I dare you. Wait. We can be even more aggressive. Joop. The ballista's mine! No, he can't use the ballista on me anymore. Yeah, that's right. Now I can move my own units more aggressively because I'm not worried about ballista range. Are they Leon Sonya support? I didn't know they supported. Sonya's gotten body blocked by the invokes. That was a kind of a misplay on my end. He couldn't reach the ballista? Really? Oh, the swamp must be slowing him down then. He's only like 4 tiles away from it. Okay, Saber's doing fantastic. Saber the Strong. It's an all-new support. Oh yeah, that sounds nice. I'll get it. But I want to get Leon to that ballista use of it. Okay, so first off, why don't I start killing snipers? The tile sets in this mod are exquisite. The visual design is absolutely extremely good. So let's get the support, then we can swap him closer. With a great eyeliner. The guy talking about makeup, that's hilarious. So Sonya is basically asking Leon how to serve cunt in rough circumstances. That's a fun support. Yeah, the Yas Queen Slay support. I had fun with that. I liked reading it. That had a lot of personality. I think it suited both of them. I'm literally going to pick up this Phantom, because I want to swap Leon, and then I can have him get to the Ballista. Happy Saturday, you too. For a second, I read that as happy birthday. I'm like, well, it's not my birthday, but I appreciate the energy. Wow, this is a terrible hit rate. We hit! Throw a javelin at this soldier without having the Dread Fighter come at me. What? Terrible hit rate. Goodbye. Leon is a very beautiful, very gay man. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have Saber get rid of this guy. Attack and defense. Saber is a monster. 20 attack is a hell of a benchmark to have reached. He truly is quite exceptionally powerful. In doubt, spam Fortify. It's fun. Alright, well, we have a lot of threats out of the way, so we can move forward a lot more. Stuff is going quite well, let's say. Why does he have to be gay? Do you wish that Leon would appreciate you? Would you date Leon? Atlas and Hyas, they're chilling in the bench. They're alive. I'm just not using them. Yeah, Leon's hot. I agree. Don't you dare summon Necro. Oh, come on. Well, not too many, okay? 4? That was a lot. How much damage do you do? 20, they're easy. Oh, holy crap, that one's strong. So the 20 damage ones are fine, Bowie just, like, fights them and he's okay. 30 damage is actual, that's damage. Bare Knuckle Byleth Part 2. Yeah, no, that old video got it got a huge algorithm boost lately. Like, back when I made it, it had, like, a few hundred views. Now it has, like, 20,000 and everyone wants a Part 2. At the time, I actually failed to, beat Chapter 14. Because I want Silver Snow, right? Chapter 14 is a defense chapter where there's defend points in 2 halves of the map. You have to defend all of them. And there's a lot of enemies that Byleth has to player phase, like archers, and it's really hard to be in 2 places at once when you can't attack with bare hands while on a wyvern, but you can't canto if you're on your feet. So that chapter I couldn't beat at the time. I actually went back and beat it like a month ago. So, theoretically, yes, I can make a Bare Knuckle Byleth Part 2. I'd have to do the rest of the playthrough. But it's possible. I thought it was impossible back then, but I can do it now. Pretty bad hit rates. I don't know if this ballista is really helping me. I'm tempted to just leave it. Hey, this is an interesting bug. You can use any bow from a ballista? What's going on? Or is it just the... It's allowing me to attack the wall with my regular bow without the ballista. That seemed abnormal. That had to be a bug, right? I just found something. It only worked for the wall, I couldn't target anything else, but yeah, I was able to attack. Huh. Anyway, we can have Bowie fight terrors, because he only takes damage from one of them. Oh, but this Radiant Bow is really bad news for him. I don't want to overextend Bowie now. But I'm worried because I had planned on using him here. Well, we can fight the Radiant Bow and take 10 damage, take a little from my fire, 10 damage from one of the necro-dragons, but we do overall survive. We're gonna get to single-digit HP, but we're gonna live. Or defense too, that's funny. Let's maybe make some more invokes as well. Take some heat off of Bowie. What am I even holding? Oh, the Phantom. Alright, well let's start cooking. Let's move. Catcher can kill the Mire guy, and then we can just run Saber through. Another Mire, but if Catcher gets hit, she doesn't even take that much damage, and she's probably dodges. That's Angela and Catria for you. I think the other games in the GBA engine, like Free Houses, could be pretty cool, yeah. Music's good? Yeah, the music's good. Do I have any vulneraries? Nah, Saber's a little hurt, but he's not that hurt. And he's pretty much immune to magical damage, so we can move him forward. This should distract some of the necro zombies. Leon can help kill them. Maybe Sonya can get close enough to use Excalibur. There's a lot of them. Maybe Sella can get close enough to use Seraphim. We have a lot to kill. We can use our Falco Knights actually. We can just fly over there. We can do this. This is very doable. We have the units. We have the army. Boom. But wait, another one. Get him gone. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. We're crushing. I probably could have used Excalibur. It would have been lighter and I could have doubled. Forgot that Celic is not that fast. But we can still kill them all. We have Bowie. I'm worried about this steel bow. I can let that steel bow shoot someone. As long as it's not Jenny. I do wish I could get Sonya one tile closer. Another Dread Fighter. We can take him on. Even if we get crit, we can take him on. Although he's in the way of these mages, and that's irritating. I want to pull him this way so I can run past him and fight the mages. And this guy's just a steel bow, it doesn't hurt Bowie. We just need to keep Jenny somewhere safe. Okay, Jenny is now somewhere safe. We'll heal Jenny. I am storming through these Celica chapters with good speed. Albar has been useless, unfortunately. But these chapters have been rolling over. My units are pretty strong for them. Most of the first one of Act 4 is the hardest so far. Ouchie. Saber crit. But we're healing. Maybe that archer is an opportunity for a Sonya kill. I could swap her in to be closer. Or Leon. Let's try and hit Leon to Bow Knight. I would like a Bow Knight Leon. Close, but not quite there. Kill Bowie for me. Thank you. Alright, let's charge. It's extremely difficult to design the difficulty curve in Fire Emblem because the rate at which a player gains power can depend a lot on their playstyle. Like when they hit promotions and stuff like that. I can throw javelins at this guy without being in range of the Hell, can I triangle attack you? Very nearly, I can't get to your right flank. Actually, I still can if I picked up Saber. Then maybe I die to the mage. What about regular Silver Lance? I do worry about crits, but I can get like a support bonus in. And make the... Who's the most accurate javelin toss? I get extra support from, yeah, Catria with supports is a really accurate javelin toss. So let's just go ahead and maybe get crit. Give us support bonus. Catria, go for a 1. We missed. Drat. I have to deal with the maybe getting crit thing. Missed a very high percent javelin. Alright, well don't double crit a peg, please. After I got unlucky. Oh, he healed. That's fine. He literally walked himself into a triangle attack. That's hilarious. Oh, come on. Oh, more dragons. Well, this guy's walked himself into a triangle attack. We can obliterate. Although we could potentially give the kill to Est if we can set up more carefully than that. We could do multiple triangle attacks. We have a lot of freedom here. Although I kind of want to send Pegasi over to help with all those necro-dragons. So maybe I'll do something silly like Warp of Valbar over to help get Chip because he can't do anything else. And now it's much easier to kill this guy with a triangle attack. Can S now do it? She's too weak. Ah, whatever. Didn't need Valbar. Too annoying to give S the kill there. I want some backup for these necro-dragons. I can lure some of them to this tile. Katria can take on 2, they do 10 damage. This one does 30 damage, but we're out of its range. So Katria can fight 2. Oh, it can fight some. Let's fight the biggest one. Only weak ones left. You're also just gonna fight the Invoke Phantoms. I can get Leon in there. I can swap Leon in there. Doesn't actually guarantee a kill or anything, huh? But Leon can get hit by a couple dragons, and they're gonna go for the Invoke Phantoms anyway. So getting some chip damage is not such a bad thing. Especially if I invoke even more. They're just gonna go for those. He uses the Radiant Bow and Guide, and fuck if I know. That's a really good question. Does it... Wouldn't that be a good weapon though, because it's only a generic power stat and not a strength magic split? I didn't realize Noma could... Does he just dead the poison? Did I just kill Noma the poison? Let's kill Noma again. Regen before you poison? He's regenning! I've made the mistake of thinking walls were solid. I was so convinced that enemy would go for Katria. That was a huge misplay. But we didn't get punished. Very narrowly. Very, very narrowly. Well, what happened happened. Let's just quietly deal with the issue. Oh yeah, it's just a weapon's might, right. Life 11 sword. I could definitely try and will attack this guy. Next turn. I can mess him up. I have Bowie, I have Saber. I have so many units I can ruin this guy's day. Leon can now promote into Bow Knight. How's Pala doing? She's doing fine. Her stats are okay. There's no bad stat, there's no truly exceptional stat, but Falcon Knights are extremely good on account of their many advantages. Alright, we'll triangle attack the boss down. Maybe we can get SEXP. How'd the technical test go, by the way, Juniper? Is everything good? I didn't participate because I figured I'd be streaming during now. Yeah, I kind of forget that other bows exist in Echoes, because only one bow really exists in Echoes, and it's the Killer Bow, which is just infinitely better than anything else, right? Yeah, sturdy. Saber chip? Let's do some fat silver sword damage. He's pretty low now. What's it take to kill a triangle attack? Oh. He has high defense. It's quite difficult to kill a triangle attack, unless we get his HP down to quite the precise value. Leon, get this down to a precise value. Cool. Now we just need to get the guaranteed accuracy triangle attack hit, and we can get SEXP. Get Iron Lance to idiot. Attack speed, defense, everything, cool. The defense doesn't matter, we'll just go to 10 when we hit Falcon Knight anyway, but the attack and speed, highly welcome. She'll be really good at using a Silver Lance. Est has the excess speed to use heavy shields too. We could give her like a steel shield or something, you know? And give her extra defense. Because she has so much speed to work with. A Silver Lance will be a fantastic weapon in her hands as well. She just kind of has bad weapon rank. Can you get Celica closer? Okay, we can end the chapter. My favorite time was when Est said get pegged and pegged all over the bad guys. True! By the time Est is a Falcon Knight game is going to be over. I don't know if Est is going to be able to use a Silver Lance before I beat the game. Are there arm scrolls? I don't think so. I don't think arm scrolls exist until Telius. I've never seen anyone manage to port it into GBA. Up, right into the Lost Treescape? No world map? I guess I made this Fog of War to have a way to port over the fact that this dungeon is confusing in Echoes. Yeah, build file projects can usually pull off stuff like that, but in FE Builder you probably don't have the resources to do so. I tried to get into build files briefly to have more control over stuff, like, you know, be able to take an implementation of skill systems and actually change the values, because the values on the skills are, you know, a little bit too high for a lot of, you know, numerical tuning in FEGBA. It would be cool to have skill system skills of restrained numerical values. Alrighty, well, I've been going for 3 hours. I kind of want to take a break here. We're in between chapters, and I've done a nice, comfy 3-hour stream. So I think I'll call it here. That's gonna be all for today. I had a great time. All back to freeze done. We're making fantastic progress for Celica Act 4. And we'll see how long Celica Act 4 takes us, but we're kind of going for it really quickly, so who knows, maybe I'll finish it tomorrow, maybe it'll take longer than that, we'll see. Either way, that's it. Around, and I will play more tomorrow.